being a government class, if I don't mention the Electoral College, a group of masked ninjas will burst through the ceiling and drag me screaming into a dark room in order to beat the snot out of me. It's something every government teacher hates to talk about, but can't help it. Truly, they're ninjas. Understand first that the founders, those lovely old guys who made all our rules, weren't really happy about the idea of what would happen if all the unwashed, uneducated masses got a chance to vote. Democracy is great, but the founders had an aristocrat's distrust of the poor and the intellectuals' disdain of the ignorant. Simply put, they were afraid what would happen when everyone got a chance to vote. Would they vote for someone stupid? Someone scary? So they came up with the Electoral College. The basic idea is that when you go to vote, you're not actually casting a vote for the presidency. You're actually casting a vote for an elector who has pledged to vote for the candidate of your choice. These electors are selected by state political officials usually, and the idea was that these electors would be wiser individuals who would, if the people made a wrong choice, be able to override the people's stupidity. Each state gets the same amount of electors as they have members in Congress, and usually the candidate with the most votes in the state is given all the state's electoral votes. Winner takes all. But there is no law saying that electors have to vote for the candidate they are pledged to vote for. 270 Electoral College votes are needed to win the presidency. Okay, what does all that nonsense have to do with you? Well, first, it can really make you angry. If you live in a state like Alaska or Montana, electoral votes determine the presidency. So states with a large number of electoral votes, like Texas, Florida, New York, or Ohio, see a lot more attention during any campaign. This means presidential campaigns become a fun little board game revolving around math. So your math teacher was right about all those numbers being useful, alas. Every candidate focuses on reaching that magical number of electoral votes, 270. There are, of course, problems. First, the Electoral College is a little undemocratic at first glance. Democrat voters in largely Republican states, and vice versa, vote knowing that their vote doesn't practically affect the election. Voters in small states count more, or seem to, in their state's electoral voice, while voters in big states, while their individual voice seems to count less, ultimately are more important because their state has more electoral votes. And of course, there is always a possibility, which has happened before, that someone could get more votes of the people, the popular vote, but lose the Electoral College. Has your mind melted yet?